Good afternoon, everybody. We're here with our boy Conscious, Kobe, and we're here to ask him a little bit about his latest project. We're here to ask him some questions about his latest project. Start with this first one. If you could choose anything to change about your album, what would it be?
I probably would change up a little bit of the process of making the album. Still a little quote from Finesse a little bit. I had a lot of chefs in the kitchen, and it's a lot different than what I'm used to. Usually, I'm the only chef that's tasting it, cooking it. That's the only person that feels like it's good, and I kind of want to change that this go around to tailor more to people who listen to different genres of music than I do. So that's probably like one thing I say I would change, but not like by like cutting off everybody. Just more like knowing when to have other people's taste your food. Instead of having people in the kitchen the whole time you're preparing it and they're like that old auntie that's always telling you how to do something and you're like, but this is my little thing. And it's a lot of things that a lot of people that you have to listen to, a lot of opinions that are so vastly different that you're just like, how do I please all people's opinion or what they like without also breaking myself and not presenting myself. So that's like one thing for sure that I would probably change about it.
Okay. Like finding that balance is always hard, but I wouldn't know because I wasn't in your shoes, but I feel like finding that balance is hard. What inspired you to get into music?
I feel like I had something to say. Really, truly. I kind of also felt like not a lot of people are listening. I'm one of those people, I feel like I get cut off a lot. And when I'm in the middle of thoughts, and I could be expressing myself, but then people will be like, nah, it feels like, damn, I didn't even get my thought put out. Like, give me a second. But I feel like at first I just kind of thought, man, I'm the only person that goes through that stuff. It's just my life. This is how it goes. But I guess you could say I just kind of thought about it like, there's somebody in Louisiana, somebody in Florida, somebody in New York, somebody in Idaho, somebody in Utah that goes through the same shit. Where they're trying to express themselves and they can't because they always get cut off. Somebody always places a period at the end of their sentence when they're not done. So, I kind of wanted to speak up for people who are the unseen that people tend to overlook, or the people that are always the funny people in the room, and not too many people ask them like, "Hey, how you doing?" So,
good answer. Okay. What artist inspired you, kind of in the music industry for this new album? Did you take any inspiration?
This album was a mixture, so it was kind of like a mixture of like your JIDs, J. Cole, Kendricks, Isaiah Rashad, McJenkins, and then like some old heads like Andre 3000, Nate Dogg, maybe a little bit of like 50 Cent, but mostly like the talking shit part, freely expressing yourself, not really giving a fuck how other people may take it. So those have kind of been the people that inspired this project a lot. A small part is like a little bit of like a little bit of Toby Nwigwe, just kind of like being purposeful with what you're saying
Yeah.
and making sure that people feel that. So, which goes back to like being yourself, being your authentic self. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. What was the inspiration behind the album cover?
Well, the album's Family Ties.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and try and act like my whole entire family is supportive of like this career. So I wasn't finna fake it and be like, "Yo, fam, I'll pay y'all $20 if y'all." I just didn't. But to me, my family is my immediate family: grandma, grandpa, sisters, brother, and my dad, my mom, and then the rest is kind of like just not like blood brothers, just like a lot of cool friends that like I call them my brothers, and then one of my mentors, which is actually my barber. So you put a lot of them in it, and it's kind of like you're seeing the people that made Kobe, and you're seeing the people that's also made the project. So you get to feel like you are on the same journey as me, or you're getting to know these people in a matter of just looking at a picture. And it looks like a family gathering. It just looks like the boys playing football, somebody on the roof just smoking, chilling, mama and grandma just sitting down in the chair, grandpa, dad, and a couple homies playing dominoes. And then for me, I grew up in a mixture of like the suburbs and the hood. So I'm like the perfect middle ground. So growing up over there, I had a lot of family members that had like white chicks that would come by the house and they just kind of crazy. So adding that into the cover was just like, yeah, that's about right. When I was about like 7, 8 years old, I remember that time.
Yeah.
That crazy girl came by the crib and she was not playing, and my cousin told me to hide in the back. So it's stuff that like you throw in like that you see in your lifetime.
Oh yeah. Okay. And you talked about not blood brothers, but close friends. Would you say you kind of like butt heads, or would you say your relationship is smooth with those guys?
I would say before I did music, it was smooth. Now that I do music, it's a lot more button heads. And a lot of it is as simple as I don't think they've adjusted to my music mindset, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Me, when it comes to my music, I'm an open-minded person unless it don't make sense. So a lot of times you're trying to get people who've never pursued this, never thought about it, never been around anybody who's done music, to understand this is how I like to operate, this is how this is ran. It ain't you just say you support me and all of a sudden 15,000 people gonna be like, we support you too. Like, nah, it's just it takes the whole family to work. Like, I can put out bangers every time and pay for it to be promoted, but if I'm the only person doing it, then it's not getting heard. So we butt heads a lot on like what support looks like, what does helping actually look like. And then a lot of them are kind of used to me just kind of being the person that's giving help and not asking. So I give out a lot of advice. I always help people when they're going through whatever they got going on. So when I'm finally like, all right, let's kind of help me out, it's kind of, I guess, weird for them to kind of figure out like, well, shit, I'm usually just asking. I don't usually have to do anything. So that's probably like the biggest thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. What song would you dedicate to someone? guess on the album, or maybe just period.
Paradise is dedicated to my aunt and my grandpa that passed away. It's been a very long time since they've been gone, but I struggled with it a lot. A lot of it, I put a lot of blame on myself because I felt like I could have been there to help them a little better. So Paradise, I dedicate a lot to finally speaking to them, but then also speaking to a lot of people that's like me. You go through depression, you feel like something is your fault always, or you feel like the people around you really don't need you in their life. So, and I'm wanting people to kind of grasp from that, like, it's okay to feel that pain and to acknowledge it, but don't sit in it too long. If you sit in it too long, life just keeps going. People keep moving. And the sad part is, your best friend or your girlfriend might also just keep moving. And you're wanting them to just sit with you, and they can't do that. So sometimes you need something that's gonna kind of tell you, like, stop, breathe, just close your eyes, and just kind of like imagine yourself finding peace eventually. And then open your eyes and just realize, I'm okay, I'm gonna get to peace eventually. Like, it's okay to be acknowledged, like, man, I'm sad right now, but eventually I'm gonna get back happy. So that song for sure I would dedicate to my aunt and my grandpa, especially because they preached that a lot to me. Find your happiness, find your peace, enjoy what you're doing, love what you're doing, and never let anybody else take that from you.
That's what's up. Okay. What is the least favorite song you made thus far in your whole career?
Most of them don't make the album.
Okay.
So that's the good part. Of the ones that's made the album, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't like a couple songs.
Your own biggest hater.
I am. Because I really don't like a lot of them songs. Especially old songs. It could be literally last... I hated Blissful Renaissance. That dropped recently.
Come on, man.
I did not like that one.
I think that was a good song.
Mind Traveling. I probably didn't like none of the interludes. And the Conscious track, I really didn't like that one either.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would say a lot of my old stuff for sure.
Hey.
I can't remember none of the titles. I just know they trash. Cause I listen to my old stuff, but it's just like, bruh, that shit's ass.
You said forget about those. Forget about those. All right. What inspired you to make your favorite song on the album? All right, we're gonna take a quick intermission break. Let us know how you feeling about the journey so far. I'm glad you're tagging along with us. Make sure you like, you subscribe, all that good stuff. We're trying to grow this channel out, and let us know more questions that you would like us to send down to Kobe and have him answer. Some things you would like to ask your favorite artist. Have that type of mindset and put it down in the comment section. Thank you.
My favorite song on the album. Man, that's tough. Had you asked me in the beginning, it would have been Brotherhood. Brotherhood would have been my favorite, but now it's not.
I guess.
Nah,
Oh, okay.
I guess it's a single. So it's like, I don't know. I probably had my most fun making No L's.
Yeah.
But it's a toss up between no L's and how I feel. Because how I feel is because I was mad at my brothers and I really hated y'all.
Yeah, I feel it's a good song though.
And I really, it's probably the best song because it's the most realest song ever that I've made. Not saying that none of my songs are real. It's just like, I was really like, nah, that's how I feel, and nobody could tell me, nah, Kobe, that's too much. Nah, that's because it's really how I felt. But I was able to control it to a point that it made a great song. And I feel like it's something that everybody feels. Like, bro, I just don't fuck with my friends no more today. I don't fuck with my family today.
Yeah.
And you just really don't want to be bothered. And you're just like, I need 50 feet, bro. 50 feet or my fist is beating your face out. Like, I can't do it. So, no L's is like a great one because I enjoyed telling the story about like how it started. Me and my dad going to the field, playing football or running routes and catching the baseball sometimes, hitting the baseball. I like Relentless Guy because that's truly how I move again. Like, I move on, I'm focused on a mission. The homie move, let's go out and get drunk. And I'll be like, that's not me. I don't do that. So, you know, it's a toss up between a handful of songs, for sure.
Cool. Very cool. All right. What song is the most personal to your life?
Like that matches my life exactly.
I think so, yeah.
Shit. I don't know.
Okay.
I just kind of think the whole album is like that.
Yeah.
Like, it is my life
Yeah.
from beginning to end. Like, Paradise is like the 5th track. So I didn't reach my depression until I was 20. Well, before that, since I was like 16, and I didn't get out of it till I was 20. So, Paradise, I gave you what 4 years was like in one song. I gave you Heartbreak. I gave you Hot Boy Summer real quick, like on and offset, where I gave you like when a nigga was on, it was fun. When I cut it off, it's like, I just be trying to chill.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to do nothing, but it's also like, I guess like when you on, you pull all the chicks that like the cool side of you, but you're not pulling the chick that you want. So, for me, when I'm offset, I just want the chick to notice me, the one I actually want.
Yeah.
Empathy and how I feel the same way. It's just like, fuck people, they piss me off. I ain't got shit for you, bro. Like, I let the dope kick you, bro. I don't
Yeah.
care. So, I say the whole album kind of just, it tells my life literally from a little kid till now. It ends with life, which is something that everybody 23, from 20 years old to like 26, 27, 28, whatever, keep going. Everybody, every age is trying to figure out life. So,
It's true.
it don't matter really how old you are, how young you is. Everybody's trying to figure out life.
Yeah. Okay. What's the main thing you want people to take away from this album?
Acknowledge who you are. Acknowledge being yourself. Be comfortable in being yourself. Don't let nobody else tell you that being yourself is weird or awkward. That's something I struggle with a lot. And I didn't get comfortable with being myself till I was 22. And in being myself, you realize a lot of people don't like that. So, that's really what I want a lot of people to take from this project. Like, don't be afraid to acknowledge who you are. Walk in your most purest form. Don't walk in some bullshit ass representative that's like, well, this is what my family and friends like, so I'm just show this side of me. No. People ain't meant to like you forever. Like, when you die, they still gonna talk about you. And that's okay. So, for me, I just be like, I'm gonna present who I am. I'm gonna let me be the person that, like, you can look at and be like, he empowers me to be myself. Mm-hmm. He empowers me that it's okay to go through these depressions. And I acknowledge that I go through it, and it's never gonna go away. Depression doesn't ever leave you. It's gonna always be around, because you're always looking for something to stimulate whatever that feeling of loss is, whatever that feeling that you're missing is. Everybody's depression is different. Everybody go through something different. Everybody's anxiety is different. So, yeah.
All right. What's the hardest part of making the album? What was the hardest part of making the album?
What stories to tell?
Mm-hmm.
Whether I wanted to get, like, really focused on myself, or more like focused on some family details that's kind of too personal, that's not too personal. Relationship stuff. Try not to stay a lot of relationship stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just, I had to be very careful with what stories I told, and which ones I wanted to share, and then which ones was I ready to share right now. So that was like the hard part. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Would you say this album is your best work so far?
No. Because I believe I can get better. But that's always me. I just always feel like that. I don't ever, like, that's why I always feel like all my previous stuff is trash. Because I always try to do new pockets, do new flows, write differently. Maybe add a lot more, like, of how I sound for real. Like, talk, slang. It's just, in this project, I say I cussed a lot more. That's a lot. I probably would back off of that a little less next time, and just not cuss as much. But again, a lot of it was just like, man, I'm pissed. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
A lot of it was also like, man, this work just kind of fits in this moment. I just kind of feel like that. It just fits. So yeah, it's just, I definitely. I personally believe this project could go like platinum, but I don't think I made that perfect like diamond project yet. So that's about it.
Cool. Very cool. Okay. And do you see growth from your previous album to this album? Do you see any growth in how you write and how you think, how you go about your business?
A lot in the writing for sure, and a lot in like the uncomfortableness of like the songs I don't make, but I'm gonna make this one because it's kind of what like I need to see if I can write them. I want to see if I can do it. Like What a Day. I've never written a song like that. I've never even thought about doing that, but I decided on my own, like, fuck it. Let's see how weird we can get. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's see how people gonna be like, yo, he's never sounded like this. Same thing with like Empathy. Same thing with the How I Feel record. Same thing with Mini Me. I've never rapped on an up tempo, like kind of upbeat type of beat. At least I've never felt like I did. And that was like one of the first times I kind of made like a little jam. Where it was like, oh shit, you could dance to this. I guess as a single, it's like one of those where it's like, okay, that's a little different for him. So you know, you try to like I tried to do a lot of things differently. So,
I think I've seen some growth. Me personally. All right. The music industry can be very unforgiving and downright harsh. How do you stay motivated to make music if you don't receive the outcome you wanted?
it's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I love to do. And like I said, a lot of it is about like, I don't do this solely for me. I do this for like the people who don't speak, the quiet ones that keep to themselves. And that's kind of weird to say right now, a little bit. Especially because I've had to break out of being the quiet one, and I've had to be more vocal, and that's normally not who I am. So I would say there's a lot of different motivational factors that made me be like, sure, everybody who pursues music probably wants to be the Drakes, the Kendricks, whatever. You want to be the top artist. I guess I'm just not. I'm willing to more understand their steps to that. You don't just become that.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Out of all your brothers, do you have a favorite one right now?
No.
Damn. Cut the shit. Cut the shit right now.
No.
Shut the cameras out.
Not at all. Not at all.
Damn. All right. Kobe, also known as Conscious. I'm glad you were able to interview with us today, and this concludes today's interview. Any parting thing you want to say to the people out there?
Besides, go listen to the album and make sure you stream that bitch, and make sure you don't stop streaming it. Keep streaming. Make sure it keeps going. I would like to know, maybe like in the comments, what was their favorite song or top 5. Enjoy the music videos. A lot of them be directed by me, edited by me, screenwritten by me. So, I kind of just say like, enjoy it. Really listen to it from beginning to end. It's a comedy in some aspects, not really, but yeah.
Cool. And another break. All right, break number 2, shall we say? And we'll let Kobe breathe for a little bit, but in this little moment that we have together, I'm gonna talk about the song that drives home to me. It's how I feel. I really enjoy it. I really like hearing how real Conscious gets with his lyrics, how mad he is at his family, how mad he is at his brothers, and it's a song that kind of holds us accountable for our actions and how we treat each other and how we look after each other, and it hits home, and I enjoy that a lot. So, what made you want to make an album about your relationships, like with your friends and family, and not about the typical worldly desires like money, cars, sex, etc.?
That goes back to like the artists that inspired me. I don't have no money for real. So what y'all want me to do? Lie? Just kind of be like, yeah, I got thousands of dollars. That's not real. That you're gonna see me at work. I'm gonna be working a 9 to 5. Like, so I'm not gonna be sitting here saying like, yeah, man, I got $10,000 I throw at the club every day. I don't. If I did have $10,000, it would be thrown in the club. So. Cars. I don't really have a car. That's like my dream car right now. Like I got dream cars. I could put them in a verse, but they're dreams.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, can I get them first, and then I'll maybe throw them in there. Sex. Don't need to know about my sex life. I kind of, I put like relationships in there. I feel like that's good enough. Like I tell you about my relationship experience. I kind of tell you about like some sexual experiences, but I try not to focus on that because I guess you could say my whole thing is like this is from my lens, and I'm telling you what I kind of understand from that part from the relationship. This is how I took it away versus how if I talk to them, they probably took it a different way. Like in a Cold Hearted, I talk about two different girls that I dated. One girl really wanted me to change up my friends and my family. And she kind of just wanted me to be separated and just with her and focus on her. And that didn't really sit well with me. So it was kind of like, so you want me to kind of isolate myself just to focus more on you. What am I myself really benefiting from that? Right. Not even like from what are you doing for me? More like, how does that help my mental state?
Yeah.
I struggle with depression. So it's like a real thing. I struggle with being isolated and feeling like I'm alone. It's a difference between feeling like you're alone versus wanting to be alone. So that felt like I was being forced to be by myself. And I didn't want to be that.
Yeah.
Another girl always asked me to buy her stuff. That didn't really make me happy. That helped make her happy because she got a lot of new stuff. But for me, it was like, damn, I'm going broke. I'm over here starving. And then, like, you know, the breaking point is kind of like a real example is like I asked her to bring me something for lunch. You can't get yourself some lunch. And it's like, damn, okay. So, like, damn, I buy you shit. That's crazy.
That is. Can't reciprocate that.
But, you know, it's just, I wrote you a real experience, though. There's somebody who goes through that with an ex that they went through. They bought their ex-girlfriend everything. And that girl never did anything for them. And it never felt reciprocated. So now they felt like, damn, I wasted my time. They never felt love. Now they going out in the world, they searching for that.
Yeah.
But now it's much harder. Your guard's up. So that's the reason why I don't focus on that. That's the reason why I make this project like that. People got issues with their family all the time. They don't even live with their family. Some people adopted and they got no relationship with their family. And your whole thing is like, damn, they ain't want me. But this song validates it sometimes. Because, like, empathy. I ain't got no empathy for y'all niggas. Or sympathy. I don't really give a damn. How you feel. How I feel. Literally. Talks about how I don't really fuck with my family. I don't want to be around them. I could care less what's going on. I want to kind of just... And, like, making that decision of, like, do I want to be on the game? Or do I want to go downstairs and hang out with them? Or do I want to go out my room to go hang out with them? I'd rather lock myself in this room. They annoying. They do too much. Like, some people is like that. Relationship with your homies, with your girlfriends. Like, everybody has... This whole project is nothing but relatability. Like, you can't not relate to something. There's something you should find in there and be like, this literally talks about my life. The only thing it may not talk about in there is me rolling the blunt. Is that I don't do that. I'm sorry. But other than that, there should be nothing but relatability. Yeah. You should feel like this person connects with me on a regular basis. And like I said earlier, I grew up in the suburbs and the hood. I stayed in Pearland. I stayed over by Hobby. I did not just... I guess you could say I really didn't just take in being a suburb kid. Especially because my dad's side of the family from St. Louis. Definitely didn't take that in when I went up there. Like, there's just a way that you move. There's a way that you act. In the hood, they teach you more respect than you do in the suburbs. So, I just understood that in this project, like, my family grew up poor. My family grew up not the best. But was I piss poor? Or like I never got a brand new pair of shoes every year? No. My mom and my dad made sure they got me at least one new pair of shoes every year. So it was cool. Like I as a young kid didn't think we were poor. I was like, oh, I got brand new shoes, so this is fun. But as I got older, like most people know now, like well, some people know now, I'm helping out my mama. So, and that was before I even graduated high school. Help being the only person in your friend group to kind of be helping out your mama is standoffish. A lot of people don't understand that. When you trying to date, a lot of females don't get that. They can emotionally understand it, but not logically or mentally. Everybody emotionally can understand it. That's mom's. Yeah, you right. That's mom's. Yeah. But as far as like mentally, everybody has a timer. Everybody feels like, okay, after a year, mom's got to figure it out. She on her own. Like everybody's different. Versus like, I'm a person. I'm very thought out. It's gotta make sense. If it don't make sense, why would I do it? I'm not moving out or just doing something off the whim because I'm upset. And that's probably the difference, I guess, with a lot of people's relationship. I have a say so, at least in our house, where because I'm helping out, I do have a say so on like, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. Okay, we can do this, we can host this. And it's a discussion versus it being like, you the kid and you don't have no say so.
Right.
So, like I said, I just, family ties and making that literally came from like, be real. Don't present something that you're not. Again, walk in who you are. Don't walk in that BS that everybody says that you have to be. So.
Right. Whenever you're writing songs, does it ever feel like you're repeating something you already said?
Yep. Every time. To the point that I double check my lyrics before I go into the studio. And it's one of those things that I guess you're just not gonna always catch. Some stuff I'll catch later. I'll be like, oh, I used the same punchline there. I didn't like that. But the good thing is you have time when you're trying to master your projects to kind of like understand that like, okay, well, I can find something similar that sounds the same as that without saying that. So I would say a lot of artists do that all the time. You say the same thing probably every song. I could probably make another song that's talking about depression and making sure that you feel better or about life. But you just say it differently. You're trying to express it differently. You're trying to hit people differently because not every year is the same problem. Or not every year is the same thing at all.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. And good night. Third and final break. I'm so glad y'all stayed here with us. Stay tuned in. This interview is getting good. You know how y'all feel about it. But show us some love. Stream Family Ties on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, all streaming platforms, excuse me. And if you feel like I haven't asked Kobe, questions that you feel like are important or that you want to know, go ahead and drop them down there in the comment section. Leave us a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have more for you. And if you love what you're seeing now, we'll have a follow-up interview with Conscience after the album has dropped, and you give them your opinions on what you think about the album and just other questions you want to ask them. Thank y'all for tuning in. See you.